G'day, I'm Jack Carmody from the Shooters, Fishers and Farmers Party WA. Today I want to address a pressing issue that directly affects many in our farming and agricultural sectors, the role and actions of the RSPCA WA. The RSPCA has a long history of advocating for animal welfare, a cause that we all support in principle. However, in recent years there have been significant concerns about the direction and conduct of the RSPCA WA, particularly regarding its stance on the live export industry and broader agricultural practices. A parliamentary inquiry, initiated by our party, was conducted to scrutinise the operations and actions of the RSPCA WA. The inquiry revealed several troubling findings. It was noted that the RSPCA had been careless in its accuracy and engaged in misleading advertising, leading to perceptions that it was straying into animal rights advocacy rather than focusing on traditional animal welfare roles. One of the most significant issues has been the RSPCA's persistent attacks on the live export industry. This industry is vital to the economic well-being of many of our rural communities, providing jobs and income to farmers across Western Australia. The RSPCA's campaigns against the live export have not only painted a negative image of this lawful and regulated industry, but have also attempted to influence public opinion and policy in ways that could harm our rural economy. The Australian Livestock Exporters Council has expressed concerns that the RSPCA should focus on caring for domestic animals rather than attempting to undermine the live export sector. This sentiment is echoed by many in the agricultural community who see these actions as an overreach that jeopardises livelihoods and undermines the industry's efforts to maintain high welfare standards. The inquiry recommended that the oversight of animal welfare prosecutions should be transferred from the RSPCA to the Department of Primary Industries and Regional Development. This change would ensure a more balanced and accountable approach to animal welfare enforcement, aligning it with the realities and needs of rural communities and agricultural practices. However, this recommendation has never been fully enacted. It is important to note that the RSPCA WA receives a portion of its funding from the state government, specifically about 10% of their funding, which amounts to approximately $1.2 million per year, comes from government grants. This funding is allocated to cover enforcement of the Animal Welfare Act 2002 and education on campaign animals. Given this state funding, the RSPCA should not be engaging in political lobbying and open attacks against the Australian agricultural industry. Their role should be to focus on genuine animal welfare efforts, not political activism that can harm our farmers and rural communities. The Shooters, Fishers and Farmers Party firmly believes in supporting our farmers and rural communities. We advocate for practical and balanced animal welfare policies that protect animals, whilst also respecting the rights and livelihoods of those who work in agriculture. It is essential that any organisation involved in animal welfare operates transparently and is held accountable for its actions. We will continue to push for reforms that ensure the RSPCA WA and similar organisations remain focused on their core mission of animal welfare without overstepping into activism that can harm our vital agricultural sectors. We call for a fair and balanced approach to animal welfare that supports our farmers and protects the economic stability of our rural communities. The Shooters, Fishers and Farmers Party will remain vigilant in advocating for the rights of those who provide the backbone of our state's rural economy. Thank you. Together, we can ensure a prosperous and fair future for all Western Australians. Remember, keep the sheep. Authorised by Jack Carmody, Shooters, Fishers, Farmers Party WA, 1 Prentice Downs Road, Wiluna.